Well, it's hard to find good, clean, fun books for your teenagers, but a new book is getting a lot of buzz and is delivering exactly that. It's a character you can love and a really fun, lighthearted novel. People of all ages are loving it, and a local Colorado author is behind it all. Author Lisa McDivitt joins us this morning with The Debutante Detective. Lisa, I loved this book. I'm not kidding you. I was up until midnight finishing it.
Thank you.
Because I wanted to finish it, but it's a page turner.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's sort of, I know it's aimed toward teenagers, but I'm hoping that a lot of people just find it kind of good, clean fun.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of books out there that are kind of geared towards young authors, but all of the ages really like them.
Exactly.
And let's start with a little bit about your background, because you were a journalist, a newswoman for years.
Yes.
But you're from the Colorado Springs area.
Yep. And that's where the book is set. So that
I
was
loved
sort of,
it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I spent a couple of years in Colorado Springs, and we were just talking. We both worked at KKTV.
That is a small world.
I know. And, you know, all of the references that you make in Colorado Springs to, you know, the Broadmoor, Cheyenne Mountain, I think so many Colorado people are really going to love, you know, it's fun when you know what you're referring to.
Right, and that was sort of what I wanted to bring in, is this idea of what it was like in Colorado Springs, and also the debutante world, which I think a lot of people, I felt very privileged to be in it, so I thought it would be kind of a fun setting for a murder mystery.
Yeah, that's how I felt about it.
Cool.
I mean, it's called The Debutante Detective. Your heroine, she's just adorable. Her name is Samantha. You call her Sam.
Yeah.
I love her name, and I love her little character. She's really fun. Obviously, she's a very sharp young girl, but she also deals with a lot of the teenage issues. Sometimes she's very lonely, and I just thought that was a really good message, the way she works through it, that you have given to other teenage girls out there.
Thank you, and that is one of the things I wanted to capture in the whole tagline, fitting in and has never been this dangerous. Part of the idea behind that is that everybody, I think, struggles with fitting in some way, whether it's with a sports team or just in general finding out who you are and who are your friends and who aren't your friends and who are you. And so I tried to capture just that sort of teenage angst that I think everybody goes through.
Now tell me where people can get The Debutante Detective.
Sure. Well, that was one of the more exciting parts, and you mentioned I am local, and so I pitched it to the tattered cover, and they ended up accepting it. So it's now on shelves.
Yeah.
I was thrilled.
I love the tattered cover.
I have always loved the tattered cover. It's one of my favorite bookstores.
Spent many an afternoon reading books in there.
I do love it too.
And you're also on Amazon.com. And tell me a little bit how this began, because you really launched it as an ebook, right? And then it was so popular that you got it into print.
Right, and it's sort of a reverse way to get published, and I think it's a very exciting thing for new authors, because it's very hard to get your book noticed if you don't have an agent, you don't have a publishing house that knows you. This book had been 10 years in the making. I've rewritten it 4 or 5 times. And then I finally I felt like it was in good enough shape, and I started sending it to people, and it's just a tough market to break into. Yeah. And my publishers, 4814, thought they liked it, and they were starting with just ebook as their print instead of doing it straight to print.
Yeah.
And I had always dreamed of holding my book, but I thought, why not try it? Because ebooks are very popular. It's easier. I think they're cheaper. It's a big trend. And then it did get some good reviews. I think it got enough of a buzz that my publishers went ahead and made the investment, and now it's a real book.
It really got some legs, and I truly enjoyed it so much.
Thank you so much.
Let's delve into the debutante scene just a little bit, because I am not of that background at all. It was really fascinating, and you were a true debutante.
I was.
Take us into your world.
Well, it's been a little while, but it was something that I think a lot of people don't. It's sort of like a. It's sort of this ritzy, interesting time for a girl. You know, you're 17, 18 years old, and you get almost an entire year of parties and prep work, and you get to pick a dress, and you get to learn how to curtsy.
The etiquette lessons were really interesting and fun to read about.
Yes, and there is a scene in there. A lot of it is sort of just plucked from my imagination, but there was a scene where Samantha wears a tight skirt to the curtsy.
Yes, when she's trying to learn to curtsy.
Yes.
And that was quite
problematic.
that
mistake. It was problematic.
You truly
made that mistake.
Oh, I love it when you kind of include, you know, your own experiences in the book. You went to USC.
Yes.
And Samantha was going to USC.
Yes.
Your family is from La Junta. Originally, and you know, you had Samantha's grandparents being from La Junta.
Yes.
I love that you can just kind of, you know, incorporate your life into your story.
Exactly. I try to do that, and I also think that this theme of fitting in and coming from a different world into something else is something. This is a series, so you're going to find Samantha finding herself in lots of different scenarios where she doesn't necessarily fit in right away. there just happens to be a murder, and sort of like the Murder, She Wrote scenario, where
Exactly.
everywhere Jessica Fletcher goes,
This
somebody.
is what I'm so excited for you, Lisa, is that it's not stopping with the Debutante detective. That was the beginning. This is becoming a whole series.
Yeah.
And just congratulations.
Thank you
That's
so
really
much.
exciting. Now you can find the Debutante detective at the Tattered Cover locations, also Amazon.com, also BarnesandNoble.com. You can download it immediately as an ebook from those sites, Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And for more information about Lisa and her updates on when this mini mystery will be available, check out her website at lisamcdivitt.com, or you can also follow the Debutante Detective on Facebook. I had a blast. I loved it.
Thank you, Paula.
so
Thanks
much.
for having me, and thank you.